So I wanted to try and do this so that you have a chance to actually ask some questions at the end. So I'll try only be about 10 minutes with this presentation. As Dr. Butterfield stated, I'm Jared McKenzie's student teacher. I'm from the University of Lethbridge, and I've been at Connect since August this year now. Dr. Hooper and Dr. Butterfield, and Ms. Sade and Ms. Sugar have been amazing for a student teacher. They're super open and they work with me to try and better inform my practice. One of the ways that this has come about was at report card time. A lot of the students came to me and talked about how they were feeling stressed, and they were feeling pressure, and they were feeling all bundles of nerves. And they wanted to talk about that. So I went to Dr. Hooper and we kind of talked about this and how could I bring forward concepts of thinking in the class that would help them kind of develop these ways to better kind of work through these feelings. So he put me through and we looked at Julie Haim's work with Stanford, and I went home and I started doing some research, and I found something called the Stanford Resiliency Project, which kind of became the initial part of this project. And it looked at how Stanford students were having these issues with them messing up, their failures. And it was an open project about where they would go and talk about these failures and how do they kind of work through them. So I came up with the idea to try and do this with our students, to make videos that would talk about how it's okay to mess up. And in doing so, that they would be able to show these to younger students in the school and kind of inform that practice and help them just show that it's okay to mess up and to not always be perfect, because in grade 8, they're sometimes very far from the concept of perfect that we would like them to be. So we took that and they started working through this and they really took to it. And at the same time, the school was talking a lot about bullying. And we started talking about bullying at the same time as resiliency, and we started making connections between them. And as we went through what is resiliency, we looked at Wayne Hammond's work, who looked at those factors, and the students started looking at how they could develop those factors in the school. And I started to ask the students where they felt that pressure. And our students talked about bullying. They felt that pressure there and they felt that stress. They talked about grades, report cards. That was a big thing for them. They were feeling it. And another one is how it's okay to fail and that adversity and pushing through. So we went and we made these 3 kind of goals to look at how the students could start their own kind of research and make presentations on these areas. And our grade 8s took to it very well. They're in the middle of it right now. They're doing interviews. They're asking questions. They're making videos in a documentary style. And it's not me or Mr. McKenzie who are telling them what to do. This is them who's choosing the way to present this. While doing this, we talked a lot about the power of a story and how these communication, how do you present what is resiliency to someone who is 10? Talking and showing them graphs and models to a 10-year-old, they stare at you and they go, okay, very interesting, thank you, bye-bye. So we watched a video through Dr. Hooper's recommendation called Seeds of Resiliency, which was based on interviews and talking about how different people experience resiliency in their lives. And we went through stories of my own and their own. And now they are taking to this and making documentaries and, as I already said, the interviews. So it shows that they're also highly interested in this topic. They're willing to seek out administrative help, other parents, other teachers. They want to ask these questions of, have you been bullied before? Have you failed in your life before? How did you get over this? And how did you move forward? So right now, the students are working throughout the weeks and the afternoons, and they're going frantically around the class and the school, asking teachers, can I survey your class? And can I ask you questions? And can I interview you? And as a teacher, it's an amazing opportunity. And as a student teacher, it's even more amazing that I had this opportunity, because most schools would not allow 50 grade 8s to run rampant through their hallways and ask other teachers, can I interview you? But the trust that we have and the relationships that we've built with the students have been absolutely amazing. And now Mr. McKenzie, myself, and our pod teacher, Mr. Kutcher, who's not here tonight, are more on the sidelines. The students come to us and they say, I want to do a video on racial prejudice and bullying. How could I do this? So we give them questions. We help guide their thinking, but we don't tell them what to do. And they've taken this and they've really made it into their own project. As a teacher, my job right now has really been to collect all this information. So we've been working with our tech, and it's amazing with Connect's 1-to-1 ratio. All the students have laptops. We have great access to technology. We have film and other opportunities. The students are using all of these, putting them into a Google document, and I've been uploading them and working with them, and it's slowly kind of going into this one online source, which is a website that anyone can access. And they want to go and make these workshops and videos and present them to our younger grades. And they're going through and trying to help kind of make a much more open culture within this school. So now students will continue to do this after I'm gone. I only have 3 more weeks left here, and then I will be graduating my program. But my hope was that with this project, we could open up the topic of resiliency to not just the grade 8s and the grade 9s, but to talk about it in younger grade-friendly language. And not from me as a teacher, but from, this is a grade 8, maybe your brother or sister or cousin or someone who's been in your school, and how is it okay to talk about these things? So that is what I've been working on, and the students have been amazing, and the staff have been amazing, and all of the support I've received has been, as I already said, amazing. So thank you very much.